So this is going to be a real quick tip, something that I started doing a little over a year ago, last January 1st, and it turned out to be a real big blessing. So I want to pass it on to you, and I hope that you can try something like this. So I love praying out my Thanksgivings and being grateful because you know what, it's easy to go through life and forget some of that stuff because life gets busy and life gets hard. But you know what? We're surrounded by blessings and Thanksgiving all the time. So last year on January 1st, I started with a jar. I've seen ideas like this before, and I thought I would try it. I'm not a journaler, by the way. I've been trying to be a journaler since I was like 5, and I just am not. I don't sit down and write a page or two of stuff at the end of every day. I don't type it out. That's never worked for me. So I thought I want to try this because it sounds cool, because I'm surrounded by so many great things. God has blessed me in so many ways that I want to write those things down. So this is the free version, and this is what this looked like. I got a jar. This is an old spaghetti jar or salsa, whatever. Everybody's got jars around, and it was free. And I had a little mini notepad like this. You can get Post-it notes with whatever you want from them. And I just started on January 1st writing down my blessings. I'm not going to read you all of them, but it is as simple as this. 2/2, which is the date. I wrote the date on the top. Rainy Saturdays and walks in the rain with friends. I really like the rain. I live in Southern California. It was pouring one Saturday, and my best friend brought his son over, and actually we just went driving, and we have a big arroyo in town, and we went kind of looking at that because it was full of water, and it was rainy, and we got wet, and it just was a whole lot of fun, and what a blessing that was. So I wrote that down, I folded it up, I stuck it in the jar. Well, at the end of the year this year, because the year just ended, I took these out and started reading through it. I wasn't as diligent as I wanted to be throughout the whole year, but it ended up being kind of cool. I read them with my family, with just my girls and my wife, and it ended up being kind of cool remembering some of these blessings. But I ran into something after a year. This was a cool little thing that I did, but I ran into a problem, and that's that now that I've done this for a year, I want to keep it. And these are going to be difficult to keep. It literally is one for every page. I want to keep them to read through, remembering all the stuff that happened. So I've upgraded my system to a little leather journal. So this year, what I've started doing is writing the date and writing a little bit more. But literally at the end of every day, some days I suppose are going to pass, and I'm not going to write anything down, and that's okay. But you know what? Most days, at the end of the day, I can sit down and think, wow, this happened, and what a great thing it was. I sat down and I read the Bible with my kids, as easy as that. I got to take a walk with my wife. I saw a really great movie. Whatever it is, the little blessings, even if it's that, hey, I'm sitting down in a house with the roof over my head, what a blessing that is to me. So I've decided to do it in a journal this year. So I can read them, and then it'll be easy at some point to keep on a shelf, and I can just stack them up. So I have a friend via YouTube and via Instagram, Mr. bluebibletheologian. He's always posting, I think that it's a he. It could be a she. I don't know their name, but thanks so much for the recommendation. They're always posting kind of cool looking journals, and I've come across a couple, so I asked them for some recommendations, and I ended up choosing these. They're really not that expensive. It's about $17 for a 4-pack. So I got 4 of these, and I got blue for blessings. This one is a different log that I keep, and that's black for books. I write down every book that I read, just the title and the author. And these are cool to hang around so you can look back on your year. You can look back at how you've spent your time. And I'm excited at the end of the year this year, when this is either full or more filled than it is now. I'm excited to read through those and to remember the blessings that God has given me, to remember the things that maybe I have forgotten. So I want to challenge you to find a way to do that. This is just 2 quick ways. I'm sure there's lots. If you have some super cool things that you do like this, ways to keep track of the things you're thankful for, that you've prayed for, write them in the comments or PM them to me. I'd love to try them out, or at least let other people know that there's different ways. But these are 2 quick ways that I'm excited about starting and that have really been a blessing to me in the last year or 2.